Okay, so we just had a moment that I wanted to share with you guys, to give you an example of how I am. I don't want to even call it disciplining, but how I'm trying to guide my 9-year-old son, for him to be a thinker when it comes to just everyday situations. And as a child at this point, it's got to be difficult to understand how to navigate parents, because we can be so illogical and just all over the place because we have these things that we have to do and places to go and all that, and we don't take time to see things from the kids' perspective. So just now my son asked me if he could make slime, and I'm tired and I don't want him to make slime right now because it makes a mess and I don't want to clean it up. So I told him no. Said, why? I want to know why. And at that point I stopped because I thought that he deserved an answer. And I know that a lot of parents, or just adults in general, would say that's disrespectful because he got his answer and he didn't like it and he asked again. But he's a person, and if I wanted to do something and someone told me no and I didn't understand why, I would ask. That's how I was raised, and that's how I'm raising him and his brother and sister. So I wanted to come on, and he made the suggestion too that we can just talk about that, talk about how parents and adults treat children, because it's as if adults forget they were once children, that really that they don't have the right to be heard. You don't have to explain anything to them, but then we want them to grow up and be thinkers and think critically and know how to analyze and solve problems, when if you give them an answer and they ask you why, you tell them, to get out of here, it's none of their business, stop being disrespectful, when they have a valid reason to ask why. So what do you think about that? What do you think parents and adults should do if you ask them to do something and they say no? Do you think you should be able to ask why?
I think I should.
Why did you ask me why instead of just accepting my no?
Because I really wanted to make slime and I was just asking what the reason was.
And then I gave you the reasons why, and then what happened? What did I say?
Oh yeah, you said because it makes a mess.
I said it makes a mess, and then I said I gave you an alternative. I said, well, let's do it tomorrow because we have to make sure we have everything that we need, right? Okay. So is that a better thing to do when it comes to ideas and things that kids want? If parents give them alternatives to say, okay, maybe we can't do this now, but maybe we can do it later. Does that make you feel like you're heard? Yeah. Do you like to have options? Now, what if the answer is just no? It's just a firm no. No, you can't.
Sometimes I walk away and sometimes I just ask later.
So do you think sometimes asking later is a better option?
Yeah, because sometimes you're just zoned out.
I'm zoned out, I'm doing something, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. And so, yeah, sometimes it's not a good time to ask questions, right? People are going through stuff and they're not in their right mind space to hear you, So that's a good observation. It was another thing we were talking about. Oh, I was saying about being disrespectful. How some parents, like I was telling you, if you said, if I gave you the answer and then I said no, and then you came back and asked why. Some parents, some adults would think that's disrespectful. Do you think that's being disrespectful to ask why someone answered the way they did? Why not?
Because the kids should have the option on saying why instead of their mom or dad or grandma, like just tell them a firm no after why they say why. That was a lot of whys.
Yeah, it's a lot of whys, but that's okay. Well, yeah, I think, you're a person, and I believe that you deserve an answer to your question. I don't think we want children to grow up accepting no, especially black children, because black children will be told no more than other people. So it's better for the kids to practice at home, I believe, and really get to have a dialogue and learn to find ways to get to a yes, because some things I may say no on may be really important to him. So I think it's important to let him try out different ways to find a yes. So yeah, I think it's important for them to be able to practice. There's opportunities that people may tell you no on that you're supposed to do and supposed to have and be able to take advantage of, and you need to figure out ways to get to that yes. So everything is not going to be a yes. Sometimes it is a firm no, but I think children should be able to learn how to negotiate certain times and not be seen as disrespectful if they actually ask why. They want to know, they want to understand. It's our job as parents and just adults to help them understand this world, and if we just give them yes or no answers without explanations, that's not really helping them understand.